Notice your breath. Right now. Feel it. Enter your chest. You did not start it. Something is breathing you. And while it breathes, your mind is running, planning, arguing, rehearsing conversations that will never happen. Researchers at Queen's University estimated it. Your mind produces roughly 200 thoughts per day, most repetitive, many negative. Over 2,000 years before that study, on a battlefield in Kurukshetra, Krishna said 6 words that changed how you understand yourself. Your mind is your best friend, or your worst enemy. There is no third option. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 5. Uddharet atmanatmanam. Elevate yourself through the power of your own mind. Do not degrade yourself. Then verse 6, for the one who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for the one who has failed to do so, the mind remains the greatest enemy. Notice what Krishna does not say. He does not say, your mind is broken. He says the same instrument that wounds you can heal you. Think about your mind in the last hour. Was it helping you? Or was it running a commentary you did not ask for? In 2001, neurologist Marcus Reichel at Washington University discovered something. When you stop doing tasks, your brain does not rest. It activates. He called it the default mode network. Your brain narrates your life when you are not watching. It replays your past. It rehearses your future. It whispers, you are not enough. The Gita did not have an MRI machine. It had something more precise. Over 2 millennia of watching the human mind at war with itself. Research shows meditation quiets this network. The practices Krishna prescribes in chapter 6 align with what your neuroscience now confirms. Your brain still runs the same ancient software. The same default mode that kept your ancestors scanning for threats now keeps you scrolling at midnight. Krishna maps your inner battlefield. In verses 6.1 through 6.9, he shows 3 ways the untrained mind turns against you. First, attachment to outcomes. You plant a seed and spend every hour watching the soil. The planting was dharma. The watching is your suffering. Verse 6.1 says the true yogi acts without craving fruit. Your hands do the work, your heart releases the result. Second, restlessness. The Sanskrit word is rajas, the mind that cannot sit still, that needs the next notification, the next worry, the next plan. Third, delusion, tamas, the fog that convinces you nothing matters, not laziness, something heavier, the refusal to see what is already in front of you. You have met all 3. But one is your default, the one that activates when you are tired, when your guard drops. You know which one it is. I once sat across from a woman who meditated 90 minutes every morning. When I asked what changed, she said, nothing. I stopped expecting it to. That was the change. But Krishna does not leave you with the diagnosis. Verses 6.10 through 6.23 are a prescription, specific, practical, almost clinical. First, find a clean, quiet place. Sit alone, not isolated, alone. Verse 6.10. Isolation runs from people, solitude turns toward yourself. Verses 6.11 through 6.13. Sit on firm ground, spine straight, not rigid. A structure your attention can rest inside. Your body is not incidental. It is architecture. Then fix your mind on a single point, verse 6.12, not emptiness, a flame, a mantra, the breath. Your mind needs a home, not a cage. Arjuna hears this and objects. Chapter 6, verse 34. The mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, he says. Controlling it is like controlling the wind. Krishna does not disagree. He says, yes, the mind is hard to control, but it can be trained through practice and detachment. Verse 6.35. Verse 6.17. The one most seekers skip. Yoga is not for the one who eats too much or too little, who sleeps too much or too little. Krishna is not prescribing austerity. He is prescribing balance. You know which side you lean toward. The extreme discipline or the endless delay. Both are your mind acting as enemy, one through aggression, the other through neglect. The middle is where mastery lives. Verse 6.19. The image that has haunted meditators for centuries. As a lamp in a windless place does not flicker, so is the disciplined mind of a yogi. Sit with that. The flame is your attention. The wind is everything competing for it. Your phone, your regrets, your plans for tomorrow. The windless place is not a location. You cannot travel to it. You build it, breath by breath, return by return. Go back to verse 6.5. Everyone quotes the second half. The mind is friend or enemy. But the first half carries the weight. Elevate the self through the self. The weapon and the wound are the same instrument. Your enemy is your cure. Adi Shankaracharya, writing in the 8th century, paused at this verse. He wrote, "The lower self must be disciplined by the higher self. They are not two, they are one, at different stages of waking. You are not broken. You are asleep. And the one who can wake you is already inside you. The part of you that noticed your mind was wandering, that awareness, that is not your mind. That is what the Gita is pointing you toward." So what do you do with this? Here's what these verses look like when they walk off the page and into your morning. Step 1. Observe without reacting. When the thought arrives, do not chase it. Watch it the way you watch a river from a bridge. It moves. You do not. Step 2. Return. Your mind will wander 1,000 times. Krishna does not say prevent this. Verse 6.26. Whenever it wanders, bring it back. The practice is not perfection. The practice is returning. Step 3. Moderate the conditions. Sleep enough. Eat enough. Move enough. Not too much. Verse 6.17. The balanced life is not glamorous. It is effective. Remember the breath from the beginning? Still happening, still not yours. But now you are watching it. That shift is the entire teaching of Chapter 6. Nothing changed about your breath between the first shot and this one. What changed is where your attention sits. That is the entire distance between enemy and friend. Chapter 6 teaches on its surface. The mind can destroy you, and the mind can save you. The choice is made in practice, not in theory. But beneath that is something Krishna only implies. The one who can observe the mind is not the mind. You are the awareness behind the noise. That is what the Gita calls Atman. It does not change. Your thoughts change. Your moods change. Your opinions shift with every decade. But the one watching all of it has been the same since birth. Krishna says it in verse 6.20. When the mind, disciplined by meditation, attains quietude, one sees the self through the self and rests in the self. I am still not sure I understand this fully, but something about it changed how I sit with silence. Maybe understanding is not the point. Maybe returning is. Tonight, before you sleep, ask yourself one question. In the last 24 hours, was your mind your friend, or was it your enemy? Do not answer. Just notice. Subscribe to A Seeker's Path. We walk through the Gita one chapter at a time. No preaching. Just the questions that will not leave you alone.